Hello, everybody. Sean here. Just wanted to give a quick intro to this. This was a live show we recorded this weekend. We did Super Mario Brothers, and I suppose we did House of the Dead. My original plan was actually I wish we could have released House of the Dead for you guys, being that this is the horror show. However, we did Super Mario Brothers first, and that's the most coherent. Because these are live shows, things get a little wild, and House of the Dead went way off the rails. I mean, this one's not much better, so I hope you enjoy it. If you don't, I'm sorry. I think what we'll do for the next live event, I think we'll go back to the Hangover show. I think people would probably like those a little bit more. But anyway, so this is Super Mario Brothers. It was a blast to do the live show, but it was hard to keep it contained. So I'm sorry. Next week, I don't know what we're doing next week. I forget what we have planned. I don't know if it'll be a video game movie at this point, but, we'll see. We'll announce it on our Instagram. So check us out there, Instagram.com/IHateHorror. And thank you guys all so much for the support. We really appreciate it. The live show was out of control this week. Totally out of control. So anyway, that's all I've got to say. If you don't like it, don't hate us. We'll be back to normal next week, and enjoy Super Mario Brothers.
It's the horror show with Sean and Joe. Another episode ready to go. They're gonna talk about the good and the trash and anything in between. Cherishing make-believe, get ready for Halloween. It's the horror show. I know you missed those guys. Tune in and find out what's on their list tonight. They butcher and dissect, take apart and mutilate. Listen to your two favorite brainiacs communicate. It's the horror show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Horror Show. Show dissects, mutilates, dismembers, and butchers all of your favorite and not so favorite horror movies and other horror-related events. I'm Sean.
I'm Joe.
Hello, Joe.
What's going on?
Welcome to a live episode. We're doing this live. We've got a double feature tonight for those of you that don't do the lives. We're doing Super Mario Brothers and House of the Dead, which I don't think we advertised as doing both of those on the last episode. We'll do one, and now we're doing both. Fucking mustache. It looks crooked as...
Dude, it's so fucking itchy. It's honestly the most annoying thing I've ever put on. I can't wait till this gimmicks up.
See, Buzz was right. We should have just shaved our beard.
Just shaved our stubble and taped it.
Oh my god. So we've got Mario from Super Mario Brothers from 1993.
Yes.
What are your initial thoughts on this?
This is my third time seeing it. So I saw it when it came out, and then my wife wanted me to watch it with her like 3 years ago, maybe. It's been miserable every fucking dude. It's I hate it. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing redeeming about it. And honestly, if we didn't watch House of the Dead as well, I would say it's the most nonsensical plot I've ever seen.
Okay, plot, yeah. I agree with you. Plot, yes. It is the most nonsensical plot I've ever seen. I liked House of the Dead more.
Really?
I think, yeah. I mean, Joe, this is so fucking idiotic.
House of the Dead spliced video game footage into its movie.
Guess who listened to the U-Bowl commentary?
Did you?
Flick?
Did you?
Yeah, I have some notes on it that are absolutely insane, including him calling it a piece of shit. He's like, he goes, I should save this for the episode, but he goes, and by the way, the House of the Dead episode you can only get over on patreon.com.
Oh wait, I should have probably asked this before we start. Am I supposed to be recording?
No. I'll pull the audio.
Okay, all right. Thank God.
So House of the Dead, there's a scene where they get to an island, right? And U-Bowl goes, "Oh, this looks like it's gonna start to be like a piece of shit movie at this point." And he's like, "And guess what? It does not derail from that."
I heard that, like, well, why are we talking? Why are we doing this?
All right, sorry. That's my fault. That's my bad. Let's get into Mario Brothers, which has a whole backstory. Did you read into any of the backstory of Mario Brothers?
I know that Leguizamo and Hoskins were drunk every day. And I know that the director were a husband-wife team, and they rewrote the script daily, which is fucking ridiculous.
Can you imagine directing? We all love our significant others, but can you imagine directing a movie with them, trying to like come up with one clear vision, like on a movie? Be a fucking nightmare.
Nicole highlighted what they made Yoshi into. It's so fucking stupid to call any of these things like their counterpart in the video game.
That's insane too. Yes.
Do you think they ever played the video game?
No.
Me neither.
No, not at all. I don't think so. And by the way, just for those listening at home, sometimes we'll drop people's names. It's because we have a chat. We're doing the live show, and they're talking to us, and we do like to interact with them while we're doing this show. So we might randomly say somebody's name. You might hear us say Devin, get mad, and yeah, that's that. No, I don't think they played the video game. But the story's like kind of interesting because in my head, I've always heard that Nintendo's super tight with its like IPs, right? Like they don't let people fuck with it. Like they don't give it away. They don't want you to change anything. Like they have a very strict like code of conduct for their characters and shit. So the fact that this movie even exists in any realm is insane to me. So I was looking through a lot of stories, and there's a lot of like oral histories on this because it's fucking nuts. And Dennis Hopper, what did you think of Dennis Hopper in this movie?
So this is not to be like the start of a political conversation. He looked and talked exactly like Donald Trump. It was fucking ridiculous. And the fact that like Trump wasn't, the Trump that we know now, then like, but he looked and acted just like modern day Trump. It's fucking ridiculous.
His fucking mustache just sucks ass.
I'm taking mine off.
All right, fine. It keeps falling off. I'm gonna go.
Oh my god, that's fucking terrible.
Yeah, I didn't even pick up on that, but that's fucking funny as hell. I thought he was awesome though. Like I felt like he was the only guy acting out there.
Dude, Dennis Hopper's great, right? Like
he was incredible.
But Bob Haskins was also fantastic.
Actually,
I can't take it away.
He was. But Dennis, fucking bugging here. Fucking the 40 I poured out already attracting the fucking dugs. Dennis Hopper was hated every minute of this movie. And including a day, it was like it was like towards the end of filming. He was supposed to be out there for 2 weeks filming, and he was out there for 16 weeks.
So over budget.
Joe, 16 weeks paying for somebody like Dennis Hopper to live out there. They were paying a fortune.
Yeah.
And he, here we go. Oh my God. This is like, okay. I can't smile or else it's going to fall off.
For the people listening, since this is our actual episode, we're wearing Mario and Luigi hats and fake mustaches, and they're itchy as fuck. And I've taken mine off.
I just realized we had a whole conversation being like, I'm going to rip this off. This keeps falling off.
And nobody does. Yeah.
This will translate great. All visual gags tonight. So Dennis Hopper was like losing his fucking mind. And
no, people are saying your audio's quiet.
Oh, really?
It's like the second one I've seen. Yeah.
Let me,
I can hear you just fine, but
let me, there's nothing I could do. Oh, wait, yeah, I think there is. Is there something I could do? How about now? Test.
So I'm hearing fine.
Can you hear me now?
I mean, one of them is Katie, so she might not have discovered like the volume button yet.
It's a lot quieter than Joe's. Fucking mustaches. Well, that's a fucking bummer.
Michael Carter says it's better.
It's better? I'll try.
Melissa says you're fine. Awful.
Here, I'm gonna just crank it up a little bit more. It's filtered through a high-end mustache. That's fucking true. All right. I'll just sit closer. So Dennis Hopper is on set. He's finally getting to the end of this fucking movie. He's got like one of his big scenes coming up, and he's about to fucking do it. And they're like, "Oh, by the way, we just changed all we changed the entire dialogue in this scene and gave him a brand new script on the spot." And they're like, "Can you just like do this for us?" And they said he screamed at them for 40 minutes. And they were just like, "Well, what do you want? Like, please tell us what you want." And he just screamed at them. And then they're like, "Okay, let's call lunch." And Dennis Hopper took them to his trailer, and they could just hear him screaming in there for another hour. Then they came out like completely defeated. He came back to the set and was still screaming at them for another 30 minutes. They're like, he just had to work that up. So Dennis was fucking pissed. And Nintendo sold these rights basically because whoever organized the deal was like, "Hey, if you give us Mario, you get all of the licensing. You get all the toy money. You get everything that we sell, you get." And Nintendo was like, "Of course, I'll take it." And it was originally supposed to be directed by this guy that won like 2 Academy Awards and was supposed to be a big deal. Like, and his idea was like a Wizard of Oz type of concept, but like super bright, colorful. Like they leave dingy New York, they go to bright, colorful Mushroom Kingdom, and you get that whole thing. And then everything unravels. Absolutely fucking everything unravels. That guy bounces. They were supposed to have like Harold Ramis, Danny DeVito was going to direct and star as Mario. They were going to have Arnold was going to be Koopa for a minute. They had all these names attached to it. And then the biggest one was, I think Tom Hanks was going to be
Princess
Mario.
Peach?
Princess Peach. That sounds like something he'd do now just for like shits and giggles.
No, I think he's coming off of the Bosom Buddies thing.
Yeah. So it was like and they were like, "Oh no, Tom Hanks is too expensive." And instead they just put Dennis Hopper in a fucking house for 16 weeks. So probably didn't help. I just feel like, man, and there were some people that were like told like, don't do this. It's going to be bad. Like it's going to be fucking bad. The directors, of course, blame the Nintendo for giving them a deadline.
Dude, and they also said that the studio, like they blame the studio saying that they're trying to push for a kids movie when this clearly was supposed to be adult. There's nothing adult about this.
There's absolutely no, I read that and it's like, this was supposed to be a grim, dark take on Mario. You fucking failed at that. Cause usually when you hear that and you see like, there's movies where you can tell that they could have gone, they did it dark and then they edited it or like did reshoots or something to like get the rating down. And you can see movies like that very clearly. And this is not one of them. No. This is so shitty. And it looked like it was filmed in just a giant warehouse, right? Like every scene.
Dude, like this was in. They were considering this for Academy nomination. They were
for what?
For
special
costume.
Effects?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which no, that doesn't deserve an O because that's still fucking appalling. What special effects in this were good? When Princess Daisy, why is she Daisy and not Peach? But when Princess Daisy gets sucked into that brick wall,
yeah,
and like disappears.
Yes,
this is 93, dude.
They claim, I read, no, wait, granted, these are interviews with people that were on the set, but they claim the special effects were groundbreaking at the time.
Sure, this is the same year that Jurassic Park came out. There's no fucking way that the special effects were groundbreaking.
They were groundbreaking because it was like the first like move from practical to digital.
I mean...
Hey, how about that giant fungus ball for a dad, by the way? Oh boy. So yeah, so a lot of trouble on the set. People were not thrilled about being in this. And this is the product we got, and it shows. It shows. Yeah. I would have been fucking furious, dude. Can you imagine? This is one of those movies that like, we've talked about bad movies where you're like, how would you sign up for this? And you're like, well, you know, like when you're filming it, like maybe It doesn't seem that bad when you're filming it.
Dude, both Leguizamo and Hoskins were like, we knew this was gonna fucking suck.
Dude, there's no way you don't know, dude. From the moment you start it, you're probably like, fuck, this is so fucked. This is so fucked. Why are we carrying around plastic guns? Dude, they use the SNES Super Scope as weapons in this, that they spray painted.
Yes. Unbelievable. Also, Samantha Mathis claims that she's still recognized in the streets as Princess Daisy, which is bullshit. Which is fucking bullshit. She's like, I have mixed feelings on this. You know, she's like, it was frustrating, but like, I've changed people's lives, and like, they recognize me as Princess Daisy. Not a thing. This never happened.
Absolutely fucking not. That never happened, and that's fine. That's fine. Did you check out the soundtrack on this bad boy? And do you have any memories of this from being a kid?
I do. And I remember it being stupid as a kid, which is one of those examples. Like, I'm trying to think of other movies that we've said that for, but usually as a kid, you find everything awesome, especially if it aligns with your interests, which Mario most definitely did. And like, there's no way, like, even as a kid, I just think we remember being like, this was not a Mario movie. Like, what? I don't know. This has nothing to do with the game.
I agree with that. And it was like, and I think this like plays into that whole Mortal Kombat thing. Like, of course, Mortal Kombat was going to kill in the theater because like, this is what we got to see. Like, we went in being like, Mario. And it's, dude, the only thing that I saw remotely resembling anything from Mario was the Ba-Bomb.
Which also sucked.
Was the worst.
That was
clearly cardboard and shitty and painted.
Throwing that in there at that scene and making it so tiny, because Ba-Bomb in the video game could be like the size of a fucking building, right? They have like
he's like
ones.
Half the size of Mario. It was insane. And it's this big in the movie, and it just waddles around. And it waddles around for what, 15 minutes?
It falls down a hole.
I'd rather watch a movie about Ba-Bomb. No, it's alarming. So that was like the only real Mario, I would say, thing. Dude, they don't even get like plumber suits until the end. And the studio forced them to put the suits in there. The directors were like, absolutely not. That doesn't fit our vision. You
like
imagine
nothing.
thinking you had a vision?
Dude, nothing making them big or like eating the mushrooms or like giving them star power or fucking anything.
Dude, and I mean, like, there's some elements where I'm like, I would be okay with this if the movie wasn't bad. Like, I kind of liked that it was like normal mushrooms and that there was fucking fungus everywhere. Like, I was kind of okay with that if they fucking ate it and like grew or did anything Mario-ish, but they don't.
Yeah.
They fucking
the raccoon tail.
But this is why we loved Mortal Kombat as kids, because like all they did, they were just like, they just serviced the fans. I said that in that episode. They just were like, hey, remember this fucking idiot?
I honestly appreciate the first Mortal Kombat way more after watching this, because this was the blueprint for Mortal Kombat for video game movies at that time, right? Like this and Street Fighter.
They're like, we can do anything. We don't have to follow anything.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fucking brutal. You
asked me about the soundtrack. Which also, this movie is very similar to another horror show live show movie in not Tammy the T-Rex, Theodore Rex. Yeah, very similar.
Oh, dude. Okay, so first of all, the plot of the Super Mario Brothers is actually a plot about a dinosaur alternate universe.
Right.
There's actually nothing about like the fucking Mario Brothers are just a tool in this tale of dude, dinosaurs going to, oh my God, I can't wait to talk about it. But yeah, it's very much, I think this Theodore Rex should have just sold this as Theodore Rex 2.
Well, Theodore Rex came out after this.
Oh, well, they should have just cut their and also another film where everyone was fucking miserable. So how about we just stop making these fucking movies? Futuristic dinosaur movies.
Dude, that club scene is almost identical. Which honestly pisses me off more about Theodore Rex, because that means they willingly saw this and was like, yeah, this is what we want to emulate.
This looks good. This worked out pretty well. So soundtrack, you got Roxette.
Yep.
You got the
Classic.
Divinyls.
You do. You got the Goombas featuring George Clinton.
George Clinton and the Goombas
covering a Was Not Was song.
It is credited as George Clinton and the Goombas on the soundtrack.
Oh, nice.
You got Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, but fuck those guys. Yeah. You got Megadeth.
What Megadeth song?
Breakpoint.
I didn't know they were on the soundtrack.
I could smell.
Were any of these songs in the movie other than the George Clinton one?
I don't think so. I could smell Dave Mustaine stink in this movie.
He's the reason.
Yeah. You got some Queen. You got some Herbie Hancock, baby. And more.
Watermelon Man?
Yeah.
Was it Watermelon Man?
No, it was Cantaloupe.
Oh, okay.
Roxette was kind of in the movie, wasn't it? It was like in the credits, though. It wasn't like fully in the movie.
But not any of their good songs.
Yeah. So the beginning of this movie starts, we open up with pixelated dinosaurs and a very New York guy, most New York guy of all time, telling us a backstory.
Dude, so stupid, but the title screen, the caption, if you will, says it's 65 million years ago. Like that would be a thing.
It's amazing. And the guy is talking in the thickest New York accent. And, but he's telling us the backstory, but he's also saying like, what if? And so I don't know if this is actually the backstory or not. Because he's going, hey, what if I told you the meteor didn't kill the dinosaurs? What if I told you that it created an altered dimension where they thrived and evolved? And wouldn't that be weird? And that's how the movie fucking starts. Just fucking, hey, what if? We then see a lady leaving an egg at an orphanage.
Wrapped up like
an egg in a case. A fucking, what do they call those eggs that are like fancy?
Fabergé
egg. A giant Fabergé egg at the doorstep of this orphanage. They open it and there's a baby in the egg. A human baby. Because that's how that works. Just to confuse every kid that ever watched this movie.
And yes, Nicole, that was the plot of Theodore Rex. Like, there's an alternate dimension of dinosaurs and humans.
Who was asking that?
Nicole.
Oh,
Rick.
Yeah. Yes, that is the plot. That is literally the exact same plot. Yeah, so the baby's left at the orphanage by this lady in a crazy... Wait, and do we even learn who that lady is? Oh, well, I guess we do.
The lady that left the egg?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be Daisy's mom? Yeah.
Yeah. Also, was it the actress that played Daisy?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm like pretty sure I don't know, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. This movie is fucking insane. I messaged Joe yesterday actually during the movie because I was like, hey, I've lost track of what is happening. Is that normal? And Joe was like, yeah, absolutely. Nothing happens after, like, it's just things stop happening for a while.
Dude, the whole once they cross over to Koopa's land, I don't understand what they're doing.
They are doing nothing.
Besides trying to get Daisy back and the stone. But why? I like whatever.
This is the most open and closed movie. If you like, it's fucking insane. Koopa, it's a fucking dictatorship. Koopa controls everyone, and it's just insane. And the Mario Brothers thwart him so easy. Joe, when they put him in the evolve chair, it's literally the most easy. They literally could have just murdered him right there. Fucking nuts. Then we go to present day. We meet the Mario Brothers,
which they confirm in the movie. It's Mario, and Luigi Mario, which is fucking dumb. Dumb.
It's the shittiest thing of all time. But what's shittier is Mario, and how throughout the movie it's pronounced two different ways constantly. Some people say Mario, some people say Mario. And that is the most inconsistent thing I've ever seen in a movie, I think, ever.
Especially for your title character.
Have you ever seen a movie where they start pronouncing a character by a different name? I feel like that's like the number one rule of filmmaking is like, in terms of like consistency, it's like you have to say the names. It's the same way.
Let's lock this down. Yeah.
Mario. Yeah. Anyway, they're in the plumbing business, as we know. But the plumbing business in New York City is very cutthroat. You just have to like, you get a call from somebody, and I guess those people call 18 other people because you have to run to the job site and pray you get there first.
Dude, it's a first come, first serve. It's just whoever hops out and starts tightening wrenches has the job.
It's like ridiculous. The ambulances in the 1900s. Like, they just would fucking all flock to an emergency thing, beat the shit out of each other to get the dead body and collect the money. Fucking insane. And, you know, the Marios are having a hard time keeping up with these Scapellis, which play no role in the rest of it.
They set that up to be like the biggest rivalry. And like, even when you're introduced to Daisy, it's like, oh, those damn Scapellis are going to fuck up my whole archaeology thing.
Dude,
like,
the Scapellis are everywhere in the first 5 minutes. They're fucking up the plumber's job. They're fucking up the archaeological site. It's crazy. And I haven't seen this movie since I was a kid. And I was like, oh, maybe like Scapelli and...
Dude, I thought Scapelli... I saw it 3 years ago and I still thought that because that's like your brain like can't like it blocks out, you know, someone said that in Discord, it blocks out like traumatic events. So it's like, you know, I don't remember how little sense this makes and how little follow-up they do. What's the point of even having Scapelli in there? Or like or even giving us his name, right? The
point of Scapelli actually makes no sense other than for Daisy, which happens right now. Shortly. Daisy storms off the archaeological site because he threatens her with, I don't know, maybe sexual assault. That's not really vagina.
Dude, I'm highlighting that because I wanted to ask. I don't know if it's Paul or Devin. This is the point that has come to.
I fucking hate this thing. Oh wait, also that's definitely Devin. He keeps using that picture. Fucking dickhead. Fucking asshole. So he chases Daisy off site with threats, and that's his role in this, which she easily could have done. And the reason she runs off site isn't to be like upset. It's like, I gotta use a phone, and she has to run like 5 blocks to go use a payphone. So sorry. Where are we here? Okay, so we met Scapelli. He threatens the girl.
Scapelli, the actor who plays Scapelli, has a great podcast, by the way.
Is that true?
Dude, a great podcast. Because he was legitimately in the mob. He was in the Godfather movie. He's the guy that sets Sonny up. And he has his podcast on. He just reveals all this bullshit. Like he talked about how he knows who kills Kennedy, and he confirmed that gangster that Quincy Jones had killed him when he got all drunk. Yeah. But he just like reveals all these mob shit, and I don't listen to much podcasts, but that's an A+.
Those guys that got out of the Scapelli limousine are the most Italian men I've ever seen.
It has to be the
biggest fucking heads I've ever seen.
It has to be that guy's, mafia like buds, right?
100%. They all look the same. It's insane.
Do you think that's why they're in this movie? He was just like bullied himself on the set. It was just like, listen, I'm in the neighborhood, and
somebody was like, "Hey, these people are throwing money around like a bunch of fucking idiots." You should probably like fucking hustle them. And he probably showed up to set and was like, you gotta write me in. If you don't write me in, you're fucked.
Yeah, break all your legs.
Fucking insane.
Is that true? He was married to Dionne Warwick? No.
Scapelli was?
Who knew?
Well, that's fun. We also meet Spike and Iggy at this point, who are Bowser's henchmen, one is named after a Bowser kid, and one is named after just a normal Bowser villain in the game. And these guys are bozos, and the comic relief. And again, if you were trying to make a dark comedy, these guys do not belong. These guys are exactly like every Disney baddie in like a blank check movie, like one of these movies. You know what I mean? Marn. Fucking maniac. Sorry, we're reading the comments. So anyway, we meet Daisy, and Luigi's in love with her.
Yes.
Just upon sight. So
now you're a big Leguizamo fan. This we know.
Hugely.
How do you feel about him? How do you feel about him in this movie?
Conflicted. Definitely not his best performance. He's not bad, but the movie's not good. I don't know. Like, I feel like the actors, for the most part, are trying their best.
I'm also conflicted about him because, like, I feel like he was given that direction to act like a stupid idiot. But, like, why is Luigi such a goofball?
He absolutely is.
Why is he so oblivious to, like, everything?
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. It's not good. It's not good writing, and we know that because everyone was miserable. I just think it's insane that all these people acted well enough to get through a movie. Because I would not have. I would have fucking. I don't think anyone really phoned it in. It seemed like
they didn't. Out of the main ones, absolutely not.
I didn't see
even Spike and Iggy were fucking going all in.
Dude, they all were. They were. It was not, dude. And Spike and Iggy, yeah, they weren't bad. Like, again, they're the Disney villains, right? They're the stupid Disney henchmen that are like, say goofball shit and fall down and stuff. Like, fall and poop and stuff. Which happens in House of the Dead. If you're looking for a poop scene, it's not going to be found here. It's going to be found in House of the Dead. Anyway, the Scapellis, they end up, well, first Daisy and Luigi, Sean Leguizamo. I'll take it. He was great in Moulin Rouge. Somebody said Moulin Rouge. I love him. And there's a good Devin comment. John Leguizamo's biggest fan is his mom. Hey, Devin, can you try writing correctly? Oh, no, you did write that correctly. I read it wrong. Sorry. I fucking love Leguizamo. Curtis Baker, how dare you? Fucking furious. His stand-up specials are the fucking best. They're fucking great.
I mean, the best.
They're great.
Fine.
I think you need to check yourself.
I'm trying to. Who the fuck wrote Where the Sidewalk Ends? Because I feel like
Shel Silverstein.
Okay. Yes.
It's a terrible joke.
I was like, that is such a stretch. I couldn't think of the guy's name.
Yeah, okay. And by the way, what Joe's talking about is somebody wrote a comment, didn't Sheldon Brown write Where the Sidewalk Ends?
which also Sheldon Brown is somebody in our chat. Anyway, we should save this chat talk for the next one.
Yeah, for House of the Dead. We'll get real.
Our bad.
House of the Dead. So they go out to dinner. Mario and his bride, who's not Peach, and Leguizamo and his date, who is Daisy, and they have a real meet cute. They have a real meet cute about being orphans, and John Leguizamo's like, "You don't have parents either," and she's like, "No, why?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't have a dad. Mario raised me." So what?
Is Mario that much older than him?
No, and which addresses though, at least they kind of put something in there to hide the fact that John Leguizamo is I don't even know what he is. He's like Latino, I think. He talks about it in stand up. I'm not sure. I think the proper term is Latinx.
Is he Colombian?
No. He's like a mix. No, he's like a mix of everything. He did a whole stand up special about it. It's fucking brilliant. Deal with it. fucking deal with it.
I'm Googling it. And Nicole Rack, I've been drinking and I couldn't remember Shel Silverstein's name. Fucking relax. She's like, oh my God, are you a teacher?
Hey guys, fuck Shel Silverstein.
Now, he wrote A Boy Named Sue. So
The song?
yeah.
Shel Silverstein wrote Boy Named Sue that Johnny Cash sings.
Correct.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not.
I don't think he did. And I think it was Sheldon Brown.
Nice. That's a callback, Devin.
That's a callback.
Thank you,
baby.
Intel. He's from Colombia.
I don't think that's true. He has a whole stand-up special about all his entire background.
He fucking lied for a bit. It's his gimmick.
No, he's like part Dominican. He's got a whole mix. He's got a whole mix, baby.
Listen, I'm Googling it now.
Shell did write it. DJ Intel is just approving your shit, and I'm gonna fucking ban him. Remember,
dude, he was born in Colombia. He was born in Bogota.
Okay, but like,
and Shel Silverstein wrote A Boy Named Sue. So I mean, he's Colombian. Like, I'm American, but I mean, then you can go into the other ethnicities like Italian, Irish. But he's Colombian. He was born in Colombia. You dig? What?
I'm done. Pour one out. Pour one out for Shel Silverstein.
Shell died?
Shell's been dead.
Yeah, I know. He's the fucking oldest guy of all time.
Anyway. So where were we? Oh, the Mario Brothers.
This is for the people not like listening to the actual episode. This is how our live shows normally go. It's just fucking bullshit and derailments. So enjoy and join us.
I actually feel like the live shows actually tend to be better when we're not trying to be structured like this.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because like House of the Dead is going to be a party.
What can you possibly say about House of the Dead in like
I have
format?
So much to say. You want to do it right now? I'll fucking
I don't.
switch to House of the Dead.
The switch minute.
The old switcheroo. You want to do House of the Dead, Joe?
Oh my God.
No. I can't. These comments. Fucking. We have like people, guys. We have people from our hometown, and like it just catches the corner of my eye. I honestly might close it because we have people from our hometown saying the most absurd shit. These references that literally zero. Dude, talking about a substitute who was 90 years old. But he was literally 98, I think, when we had him, right? He was like 90. He celebrated his 99th birthday, like the year after I graduated.
Yeah.
Fucking, and they're name dropping Mr. Thomas. Oh yeah, Mr. Fucking, what the fuck am I supposed to do about that? And it like just catches your eye and it just fucking derails everything.
I know.
Fucking insanity. Mr. Thomas knows Dr. Seuss.
What you did though, which is a true fact.
True fact, he was his college roommate. Yes. But no one knows or cares.
Right, that's it.
All right. So anyway, so they go out to dinner, which is just a catalyst to bring them all to the archaeological dig site, where she's found the find of the millennia, not even the century, when she's discovered that lizards have thumbs. And she's like, yeah, this could be huge. It's not gonna, they have fucking thumbs that literally rewrites everything we know about science. So it's not, well, this might be a big deal. People might care about this. No, it's going to be the biggest deal of all time. As that's happening, the Scapelli plumbers run out of the hole. They're running, they're screaming, water's pouring out. This looks like a job for Mario and Luigi. And they get to work. This problem seems way more complicated than what these two bozos can do.
Because Vagina 87 was the real Paul, and he fucking swoops in. It says disproportionate body man had huge balls, and Nicole Burke just responds to him with WTF. Do you remember disproportionate body man?
I do, where it looked like he had a tire between his legs.
Dude, he had one arm that was so long.
All right. All right. I don't even know where the fuck we are. Oh, still don't know where we are. Okay. So the Scapellis leave. Mario and Luigi got to fix the plumbing situation, and they do. They somehow fix a situation that looks like it would take 37 people to fix. But Mario's just the best plumber on the block. That is until Iggy and Stupid show up and sneak up behind them, knocking them out only for moments as they steal Daisy. Yes. They immediately wake up though. They pop right back up and are like, "Where's Daisy?" They go, they chase her, and they find the sandpit portal.
That they do. With those groundbreaking special effects.
I'm just telling you what I read.
That wasn't a shot at you. I believe that you read that. That's a shot at them calling that groundbreaking.
I agree with you. I think I'm with you now. They are suddenly thrown into this psychotic world of not Mario. This is the least Mario world I've ever seen. Nothing resembling it. And it's the big reveal, basically. Like you as a kid, you're waiting for this moment the whole movie. I know, I can concede to the fact that making Mario into a live action picture is probably fucking impossible. Like, probably the worst idea that you could have probably adapted at that time. Yeah.
But this was just like a corporate underworld run by lizards.
It's the weirdest thing. And there is some Mario language used on the neon signs. Like you see Thwomp, you see Hammer Bros. And that's the extent of it. The rest is like, everyone just looks like, what's his name from Judas Priest?
Rob Halford.
Yeah, everyone's just dressed as Rob Halford. Everyone's cosplaying Rob Halford in this movie. They pass this is the land also. I mean, have they even revealed this? I guess they kind of have, I think, to this point, that this is a world of dinosaurs?
Right.
But these people are also people that evolved from dinosaurs.
Yes. But some are not evolved, like de-evolved, yeah.
I don't know, but they really don't like mammals, and there's like movie theater signs that say I was a teenage mammal. Gives a good laugh. Dennis Hopper shows up finally though and starts acting his ass off for nothing, for fucking nothing. He's just screaming about fungus and germs, which was another weird character trait that they wrote in.
Yeah, that never really came into play, right?
Germaphobe. No.
Yeah.
I think Dennis Hopper is trying to explain the movie at this point, but he's failing pretty miserably. He needs a piece, but essentially he needs this piece of the rock to stick in a meteor. And that's what's going to bring it's going to merge the dinosaur world with the human world, which is his goal. But he needs this rock that was the one that opened up the fucking egg case.
Right.
Okay. That's cool. Well, the Mario brothers are, these two guys are from New York City, late 80s, early 90s, New York City. I think they've seen tough cities, but for some reason thrown into Koopa World, they're like, "Oh, hello, everybody. How do you do?"
Dude, growing up in New York City in the late 80s and being thrown into this world and acting like on edge, unbelievable. Fucking unbelievable.
It's insane. They would honestly, they could probably take on all of
them.
They could fucking kill them.
And like I know the directors are trying to make it so like Koopa World was this dangerous underground, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen anything look less threatening in my entire life. It was just that Big Bertha lady, which I think is a callback to a Mario character, right?
Yeah.
No, the egg's Berta.
Oh.
Bertha. I don't know, but I mean,
it doesn't.
Bertha
matter.
was the most threatening.
It's all the like references to real Mario shit is so half-assed and terrible that it really like it pisses you off. James watched this with me, like the beginning of it, and he's like, "Oh, I bet that's that," and I was like, "Dude, you know that would make sense, but it's not. Like that's not who that is. That's like you're not going to see anything you want to see or care to see. Everything in this is trash."
Correct. Dude, someone, Greg in the chat just said, "Isn't there a 9/11 conspiracy with this movie?" And I just Googled it, and they claim 9/11 was predicted in Super Mario Brothers.
Joe, there's a scene
where the Twin Towers are evaporating.
The two most famous buildings, of course that's what you're going to fucking attack if you're like, there's 8 million movies that probably predicted 9/11.
Also, there's that Michael Keaton movie where he's being squeezed between the Twin Towers. People are always like, look at this bullshit. They fucking knew.
Literally the most famous buildings of all time. Yeah, no, that's fucking idiots. And imagine that it was just like directors that knew, and they were like, "Hey,
let's throw it on our cover.
We know we're gonna blow this thing up. We know the government's gonna blow this thing up in a few years. Let's fucking put it in the movie. Let's fucking show it in the movie." Dude, I love conspiracy theorists' version of the United States government. Like, dude, all Bond villains, all like fucking like, dude,
everybody
it's like movies.
Dude, everybody knows their next step at all times, but nobody does anything about it.
Dude, they have like henchmen. Like the directors are basically like Iggy and whatever his name is. They're just like doofuses. Dude, a fan wrote, Dave Allen wrote, Koopas can't melt steel beams. I disagree. The Koopas burn at 500 degrees. Explain that. Hot shot. I think that's a Dennis Hopper line, right? I don't know. Anyway, Mario and Luigi get robbed by an elderly woman. They don't even put up a fight.
No. And they have those huge like plumber wrenches, you know? Because fucking knocked her head off.
The biggest plumber wrench of all time. The biggest fucking monkey wrench ever. The elderly woman robs him for the crystal, but then that is robbed by... Is the character's name Big Bertha?
It's just Bertha.
Oh. Bertha steals... I mean, if you name someone Bertha, you know why you're doing it.
It's correct. With apologies to all the Berthas listening.
An elderly... I mean, it's not our fault. We don't do that. It's just like, they're like, oh, we won't call her Big Bertha. We'll just call her... Like, we know what you're doing. An elderly woman... Oh, yeah. So, Bertha steals the crystal and then uses jumping shoes, which are now introduced to the movie, and will play a pivotal role later when they start shooting shoes at each other.
When you first see her escape on those jumping shoes... Shittiest fucking device I've ever seen. She barely, like, they could have probably just hopped, like, you know, normally the first hop that she does on those jumping
Why
shoes.
couldn't she just do what every other science fiction movie does and is like, whoa, in the future, sneakers make you jump really high. Put on these sneakers and pump them up, and then they make...
Or Cooperland, you could fly. Like, you know, that would have been fine.
Anything. Instead, it's the most elaborate fucking shoe I've ever seen in my life that no one would ever put on or use. Oh my god. We learned about the de-evolved chamber, which is that's a big role. That plays a big role in this. It's Koopa's main weapon, and they arrest the Mario brothers for causing a scene. I think Koopa knows that there's plumbers that he needs to arrest.
He does. But why? Well, what are they being arrested for?
I don't know what they're being arrested for, but Spike and Iggy, I think they're just being arrested because they know they have to arrest these guys. But they're hanging out with a vagrant who's playing the guitar.
The protester.
The lone protester. And so they all get arrested. They de-evolve the protester. Koopa's talking to the guys, and like Mario's like, "Hey, we gotta talk to that Koopa clown, man. That guy, we gotta straighten this guy out." And they're talking to Koopa, who has claimed he's like a lawyer as part of a law firm, like some insane name. It's like Koopa Inc. or something fucking ridiculous. But he takes them to the de-evolved chamber, and the Mario Brothers force Koopa into the chair. We are like 20 minutes into the movie, and they've solved the problem. But that doesn't happen. They just kind of de-evolve. By the way, everyone that gets de-evolved turns into one of these shrunken head dinosaur people.
Dude, the Goombas. Those are the Goombas. Which, in the game, they're the tiniest fucking things, and they have no body.
Well, in this one, they have enormous fucking bodies and no head. And so that works. That works out pretty well.
Wait, who's supposed to be Toad? Cobra Kaiju says it's supposed to be Toad.
Who's supposed to be Toad? No one's supposed to be Toad.
Toad sucks worse than this. Who the fuck is Toad in the movie?
There is no Toad.
Right? Well, I'm gonna Toad in the Mario movie? I'm Googling it.
Google
Toad
it. I don't
Mario.
think there is a Toad.
It says Toad film character. Oh, Toad's the protester.
Is that true?
Yeah. Yep.
Joe, that's the
Toad.
most infuriating thing ever.
Yeah, I've seen this 3 times. I had no clue.
Oh my god, he's
Also,
wearing
what-
like a little ringed. Oh my god.
Yeah, like Toad wears in the game.
This is the most idiotic thing I've ever seen. Dude, there's nothing that even resembles Toad on this guy. Like, there's no way you would ever be like, oh my god, what a cool fucking mention of Toad.
And he's in and out of your life so quickly in this movie. Like, why even bother putting him in? Holy
That's fucking
shit.
insane. That blows my mind. I can't, dude, and he's gone. We never see him again, so that's cool. R.I.P. Toad. Well, when they de-evolve Koopa, nothing happens to him. Except he gets like lizard eyes for a minute.
Right.
And then just comes out and is fine and just is Koopa for the rest of the movie. So, doesn't make sense. They do find, this is the moment where they find the bomb.
Yes.
But they don't do anything with it right now, right? Like, they just like grab it? Or do they set it off at this moment and the rest of the movie we see it? No, because when Mario's having like the showdown with Koopa, when literally they're standing on the bridge together, yeah, he sets it off. Okay. Well, instead they hijack police cars. I don't know why all these cars in Mario World have like the go-kart wires attached to them.
Right. And they all crash just like go-karts do.
Dude, I've never seen such a shitty fucking set design in my life. Dude, it looks like it's just a fucking mall that they drove cars in. There's one lane of cars driving. There's like 4 cars total in the whole fucking thing. They claim there was 300 extras sitting around waiting when Dennis Hopper was screaming. That's impossible. That is fucking impossible. There's no fucking way. 300 extras? Can you imagine that? Anyway, they steal a police car, and then they find out they are alien plumbers on a wanted poster. they
Which
get
you
to it.
photoshopped with our faces in it.
I did. It looks good.
Well done.
The cops are shooting at they're getting chased by cops. The cops are shooting at point blank range at their faces and missing somehow. But then somehow manage to destroy each other, blow each other up into smithereens, allowing the Mario brothers to escape unharmed. And did you catch the bit of fucked up editing in this scene that they put it backwards, which we've only noticed one other movie, and I forget what it was, but
Peter
I
Rottentail.
cried. Oh yeah. where they accidentally put something after their editing.
Yeah, and we didn't even realize it until we were talking about it. You, me, and Paul.
This movie has a very similar moment where Mario is like, should we take the parkway or the tunnel? And Luigi says the tunnel. And Mario's like, okay, we're going to take the parkway. And he's like, ha ha ha. I just did that because you're an idiot, and I knew you would do the opposite of me. And Mario's like, "Why, you fucking wise guy?" And then it cuts, and then we see them at the crossroads to the tunnel in the parkway, and Mario goes, "Whoa!" and takes the parkway. So, like, even if Mario wanted to take the tunnel, he could have in that moment. So I think it was fucked up. I think they fucked that up.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, they fall off a cliff anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Nicole commented, bring Devin back. He says it's a miscarriage of justice. He is back, and he is Ryan Turek. And he has not stopped. So he's also playing the part on Discord, trying to rile everybody up. He is most definitely in here, still being Devin. I had to address that. Sorry. There he is.
Yeah, we don't ban people from the live shows. Or can I? Oh, wait, no, we can put users in timeout.
We can put them in timeout, yes.
I forgot about that. Well, Devin's about to get it in House of the Dead. Anyway, where are we, man? This fucking movie. Fuck this movie. Hey, they fell off a cliff, but the fungus saved them.
Yes.
Dennis Hopper goes all blue velvet in the next scene, where he's laying in a pool of mud.
He does.
He's laying in a pool of mud, and he slowly turns into this blue velvet character because he's like, you know what I love about mud? This is Bowser. This is a children's movie.
This is the adult theme they're going for.
This is the one thing they were like, yeah, let's make it dark. He starts huffing that shit. And he's like, you know what I love about mud? It's clean and dirty at the same time. He's literally up to his fucking neck in mud. I'm fucking disgusting. Also, again, dude, oh man, I would pay a lot of money to have been on set just to see this. And Dennis Hopper on his last fucking leg, just trying to get through this fucking movie and get paid. And then they're like, hey, can you lay in that pool of mud?
That's a great point. They probably waited till week 15 too. And oh, by the way, you got to sit in this mud for 20 takes.
Yeah, we rewrote this line, and now you're in a pool of mud.
Dude, that's exactly what happened with the daily rewrites. That wasn't him acting; just him slowly losing grip of reality.
You know that scene where you were sitting on a throne? Well, we've changed it. You're laying in a pool of mud. It's like, oh, does that affect the story? No. It's just it'd just be good. I think it's not very funny.
That's exactly how it went down.
He's like, oh, is it a comedy scene? Did you rewrite it to make it funny? No, it's just a scene where you're in a pool of mud talking.
Talking to your two idiot henchmen. Yeah. Could have just been sitting in a chair.
No, it could really be done anywhere, but we've chosen to put you in a pool of mud. Oh my god. Well, the henchmen come back. They haven't been able to catch Mario. So they use the de-evolve machine to evolve Iggy,
like, dude, I think it's something even more stupid. I think they'll re-evolve or something past it, right?
So they're very smart, is what they get out of the chair, and they're like, "Ooh, my
dude, they just all they do is talk more properly and use words like prosperous or like preposterous, whatever the fuck they
preposterous and indubitably, like the typical. Like again, this isn't. They wrote this for a kid. The fact that they're claiming this is an adult movie that the no, you're making these guys be like, "Oh, indubitably, dear brother." Like, dude, like the fuck for intelligence to show their breakthrough intelligence, which does nothing except turns them against Koopa.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah. Somehow Luigi and them all end up together. Luigi, Mario, and the Iggy and Smelly or whatever the fuck their name are. They all crash their cars at like the same spot. So Mario ties them up. Luigi calls them Butt Breath and Biscuit Head, which is, yeah, again, a very adult themed dialogue there. But they end up like coming together and trying to escape the garbage dump together by stealing those stupid masks from people. And the other people are like, "Yeah, you look good. Go through. You've got clearance." Also, did you notice there are sparks literally everywhere?
I did not notice that.
Joe, everything is sparking. There's not a scene in this movie where there aren't sparks flying everywhere. The cars, when they drive, spark. Everything fucking sparks in Koopa Land. It's honestly insane. Like
probably unintentional too, right? Just
you're probably right.
Shit malfunctioning.
Yeah, nothing's actually working. Everything's malfunctioning. Well, we get the sexy club scene that Joe mentioned earlier from Theodore Rex, and Mario motorboating some gal to get that meteor slice back.
Yeah, where did she come from?
She's in the club, man, hanging in the club. The rest of this movie from here on out is such a fucking disaster. I mean, it's been a disaster up to this point, but I feel like from here to the end is just like scene after scene of bullshit. Like, it's honestly like, it's like a headache. It's almost like they had to fill the last like 45 minutes with something.
So I was going to ask you if like around this time when like Mario and his gal get separated from Luigi and Daisy is when you texted me, because really all I remember is like Mario finally meeting up with Koopa on the bridge in the bomb, because everything else is just cut back and forth.
Dude, it's just cuts of shit that doesn't matter. It doesn't really fucking matter at all. They're dancing. Bowser's ordering a pizza. There's a scene of Bowser ordering a pizza that makes no fucking sense. The scene of Yoshi doesn't matter.
All right, so let's hit those two real quick, because Bowser orders a pizza, and you're right, it doesn't matter, and they somehow decided of like all the things that they introduced in this movie that this was the one that they would bring back at some point, because it comes it comes back 15 minutes later, which is still absolutely meaningless. Like the Scarpettis don't come back, nothing else comes back, but him ordering the pizza does. And Yoshi, like the most beloved character besides Mario and Luigi, right? Like everybody loves Yoshi.
Absolutely.
You don't ride on Yoshi. He doesn't like slurp anything up. Like what?
He's a fucking dinosaur. By the way, a dinosaur that Koopa's like, by the way, don't wave your hands because he will bite your fucking hand off. And it's like, well, that's not the Yoshi I fucking know.
No, it's not. And also, he wouldn't. He's the fucking tiniest dinosaur I've ever seen.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
Yoshi is the Paul. Okay. You know what? I was on board until I saw the next comment saying the fan favorite. Yoshi is the Paul being the fucking most useless piece of shit. Yes.
Well, they bring Daisy to meet her father, who is a, by the way, I know Daisy and Mario, they weren't together a minute ago, but now they're together. I don't know what to tell you. They just find each other. They just run into each other. They're like, "Hey, Daisy." And they meet Daisy's dad, who is a disgusting blob that hangs from the ceiling. Does that blob ever turn into a person?
I don't think so.
That honestly is fucking gross. Oh my god. People are stealing the rock. Things are going back and forth. They somehow have Mario's girlfriend from Earth.
Yes.
Also?
And like all of like Daisy's friends are there too. She walks in the room like, oh, Daisy, what are you doing here? Like, what the fuck are you people? Sean,
Also,
can we take a 2-minute intermission?
Everyone, give Joe a moment. And I'll read some of these comments finally. All right, can we finish this fucking movie?
Yes.
Fucking nightmare. And then let's get fucking wasted and talk about House of the Dead, baby.
I'm already there.
Sean, why aren't you active in Letterboxd? I was thinking about getting back into it. Maybe I will. Joe, are you active on it still or no?
I haven't been writing, like, I don't write reviews anymore, but I've been, this year, since we started the show back up, I've been trying to log what I watch.
I gotta log everything. No, I mean, when I say get wasted, I'm gonna push it over the edge right now, guys. All right, take it easy. Anyway.
Oh, Argyle Spice. I know Argyle Spice. What's up?
Wait, which one's Argyle Spice?
Ashley V.
Oh, Ashley is
dropping 20 different aliases on us.
16 fucking aliases, none of which a government name. Good for you. Keep the man guessing. All right, let's get through this. So they've kidnapped everyone for some reason. Also, they're really focused on getting the two worlds merged, which is odd. Because it seems like they can go in and out of the worlds. Because Spike and Iggy can go to the normal world.
They just walk through that brick wall.
So it seems odd. We get a long chase scene. By the way, how many final standoffs were there between Koopa and the Marios? I felt like they had like 4 standoffs at the end. Where you're like, oh, this is it. And then they just run away or something. It's really bizarre, but anyway, they go on a chase scene. They're sliding down winter pipes. Luigi, Koopa's
dude, that winter pipe chase scene, fucking unbelievable, dude. Mario is strapped with the biggest wrenches, as we've already mentioned. He puts a wrench that's like that big into a hole, and it flips over those 3 enormous Goombas.
Oh man, I love it. And then Koopa's girlfriend steals the crystal back, sticks it in the meteor. The two worlds begin to merge. We're seeing the merge happening, but thankfully Luigi brings that shitty little tool that like probably only a plumber would be like, I get it. Those always work in a pinch. Show that tool to your dad and see what he thinks of it.
I will do no such thing. He'd fucking
like,
come over and use it and everything. Dude, he'd be so mad. Dude, if I asked him like what this tool's used for, he'd be so mad that I don't have one in every room of the house.
What are you talking about? You don't have 3 of these in the fucking house, you fucking moron? How are you supposed to do anything without 3 of these?
Dude, that's exactly the conversation that would happen. Fucking rubbing his hand through his hair, be like, "Oh my god, are you trying to tell me you've been living without this?"
Oh my god, fuck, that shit is so funny. People are clamoring for more Joe Dad stories.
Sean dropped off the Mario outfit in the light today, and I showed him these exhaust pipes from my new gas furnace that went outside. And my dad's like, "I gotta come over and put these special caps on because rodents are gonna climb in there and infest your house." Sean, how big were those holes? Could anything possibly fit in there?
Not only did nothing fit in there, nothing would want to because there's nothing good in there, and they're 3 feet off the ground and about at least 12 inches from the side of the house. There's literally no way a rodent can get up and into it. And as soon as
if it did, it would die. It would die immediately because it goes right to the furnace. It's the exhaust.
It would
like,
burn to fucking death.
There's nothing there for. Also, rodents are like intelligent, right? Like they're not just going to climb into that if there's nothing there for them.
They're gonna smell like fire. They're gonna be like, I'm not going in there. I'm not a fucking idiot. Like there's no food in there. There's clearly no fucking food in there.
Dude, he's looking at it being like, these fucking guys. Like I got to get these special caps that are going to cost you $400 a piece.
It's fucking maniac. The worlds are merging. You're fuck. Oh, you're so. I mean,
who is Cobra Kaiju?
I don't know.
They have the most in-depth Mario knowledge. It's amazing. They have been dropping facts this entire episode.
They would love my son, or my son would love them. I don't know. Wait, can we talk about what your dad said about Logan when he was standing up in the bathtub? I've literally laughed about it every day. I've literally laughed about it every day.
I mean,
calling it a hammer.
So, Jesus Christ. I FaceTime my parents every so often so they can like talk to the kids because we don't bring them over, so they don't see them. And I hadn't called them in a couple of days, and they're like, "Hey, how are the kids? Like, can you give us a FaceTime?" And the only free time I had was was when the kids were in the bath. So I FaceTime him, and Logan stands up, and my dad just kept being like, "Hey, yo, check out the hammer on this guy," like referring to his fucking. Referring to his dick. And he said it like 3 times and nobody acknowledged him. And then finally my mom was like, "What the fuck are you doing? What's wrong with you?" And he got mad and offended and walked out of the room and didn't come back. Just went and sulked in a corner.
He thought no one heard his joke. Then realized everyone was ignoring him because it's insane. Hey, yo, check out the hammer on this guy.
What's up, Big Boss?
Oh my god. Oh, Big Boss Ruiz, what up?
Paul telling a dad story that Ryan Turk shutting him down.
Oh, so Paul's dad did the same shit that your dad did. Climbed under my porch, put a hole in my foundation so he can... Cut from the same cloth, those two.
They are.
Oh my god, that's fucking amazing. All right. Well, what else happens? With the chase scene, the Twin Towers collapse. They predict the Twin Towers because they're on the inside. And then finally, the actual face-off happens, and they use.
That's a true story.
Wait, let's save that for the end of this. I'm going to pop that up there so we can talk about that after. Because it doesn't seem like the first part of that story. This must be terrible for the people listening at home. All right. Anyway, let's finish this. Final face-off happens with Bowser. They use the de-evolve gun on him. Bowser, which, by the way, is the Super Scope from SNES, just spray painted. They shoot him with the gun. Bowser takes 8 million shapes, none of which are Bowser from the video game, which feels like a lost moment.
Agreed.
And then he turns into a puddle of primordial ooze.
Yes.
And that's a wrap. The boys are going to leave. Daisy's going to stay to rebuild the Mushroom Kingdom because we've learned that she's the princess. She was the egg. She was the egg baby, right?
Correct.
Cool.
Dude, also, like Mortal Kombat had a similar thing, right? With like the chosen one who was born, stuff like that.
Yeah,
kind of.
This whole thing is like, and they just didn't do it. Like, they did not build that Daisy storyline up enough. Like, I did not give a fuck about Daisy.
Right.
Or her dad. Her dad was a fucking pile of shit. He should have at least turned into the king from Mario 3. You know what I mean? You know how like they
Agreed.
transform the guy, like he's a toad, and then they transform him, and he's like a sultan.
Yes. Yeah.
Do fucking something. Anyway, they go home. Brooklyn 6 weeks later, they're on the news. The news anchor's like, I would call them the Super Mario Brothers.
Get it? Also, they're supers. It's like the
Also,
best 1-2 punch.
That's the 1-2 punch. In walks Daisy. She kicks down the door, loaded with guns. You know, as Daisy does. He goes, I need your help. And that's the end. Did you catch the post-credit scene, though?
Yes, and setting it up for that sequel, which I'm honestly surprised. So, two things surprising about that. One, sequels weren't like huge back then, right?
They weren't.
Like, you're not going to go for the sequel.
They were considered like trash.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, Godfather had one, but like most blockbusters aren't getting sequels at that time.
And kid movies, especially, like Disney, kind of set a standard of like if you do a second movie to like a classic, it goes straight to DVD.
It's going straight to video.
It's not talked about. You just ignore it. But they set up a sequel here with the Super Koopa Cousins, baby, that no one wanted to see. Don't change the comment. All right, guys, that is the end of the episode. That's Super Mario Brothers. I don't know why I'm saying Mario now. I never say it. It's Super Mario Brothers.
Mario.
Super Mario Brothers. Thanks for listening. I know it's not our normal show, but we're doing 2 lives. Join the lives, man, because they're way more fun. That's all. That's all I've got. Now we're about to
I love the lives, man. I love the lives. I'm curious how people not in this live listening to the episode will think of it, but
yeah,
I'm glad that we're doing it too.
Let us know.
The next episode, because like the more the lives go on, and the more like when we bring people in, it's the best part. Like I look forward to this all the time. So.
It gets crazy. Yeah, me too. So yeah, let us know because it's basically between this and the Hangover show. You'll either get this or the Hangover episode, and that's it. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Let us know which one you like less. Ryan is getting people going. Ryan is in full heel mode,
and I love it. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to the show. Patreon.com/IHateHorror, IHateHorror.com. And Joe, where can they find you?
Jesus, Instagram, Boognish1985.
And we're on Instagram at I Hate Horror Show. Join the Patreon though, dude. The Discord is popping. The Joe Bob Briggs live tweets is what I'm going to call them. The live chats, so fucking fun. That was a delight. A delight. Join us. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you all so much for listening. And for Joe, this is Sean. Stay weird.
Thank you.
Adios.
I dissect. Movies all fucking day.
I wanna play. I'm gonna watch what I'm not supposed